Joined here by Tony Salinas, and Tony, we appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Hey, it seems weird, doesn't it? But we're already, your first year's behind you. But now that we're back on campus and at least getting back to what is the new normal, how's everything kind of adjusting for you now being back on campus?
It's definitely been an adjustment, but just talking with my teammates every day, talking with the coaches, playing by ear, knowing when we can start actually going live and that type of stuff. It's definitely been huge communication, and we're just ready for whatever's thrown at us. So.
You get here the end of September. Obviously, the landscape's completely changed. How has it been? Practicing with a mask and having the sanitizers to wipe the balls down and stuff. I mean, how much have you guys kind of got used to that? Now has it kind of become the normal with getting used to that now?
Definitely at first it was a lot different. Last year was kind of get in whenever you want and be able to do whatever you want. So now just getting in, sanitizing, scheduling a time for when you can get in here. It's a lot different, but like you said, it's the new norm. So you got to get used to it and just be able to adapt. I think that's our big word going into the year.
Even though we haven't been able to, now this time of the year we'd be already have a couple exhibition games under our belt. We'd be already, into the GNAC schedule pretty much at this point. So how's that adjustment been going to, not playing those games and just trying to stay ready for, when the call comes that we can finally play?
The adjustment's been, like I said, it's definitely been something that we're not used to, just because it's a unique year. But at the same time, we're doing everything we can just to stay ready. That way you don't have to get ready. Big thing this summer and throughout quarantine, Coach West talked about was winning the weight. So we want to be the most prepared. As soon as we left campus, we want to be the most prepared, and then as soon as we came back, we want to be even better than we were last year. So just like you said, we're waiting for the call, just staying ready to go.
How nice is it too to be able to practice with some of the new guys? We got a lot of new recruits in, a lot of talented guys. I've seen some of the practices, and how nice is it to get some games in there with them a little bit, and just work out with them a few times.
Yeah, it's nice for sure. Like you said, we have a lot, some returners, but a lot of new guys. So it's been good trying to get everybody on the same page. Whether that's practice, just hanging out outside of practice, just trying to learn more about each other and try to build that team chemistry that we had last year. So.
How was it for you too? Going back to March, it seems like it's years ago now, but it's not too long ago. But we're here on campus, everything's normal. We get the shutdown. You're basically on your own. Going remote. I mean, what did you do over those months just to try to stay healthy and ready?
It like I said, the whole time it's unique. So just something nobody's used to. But just try to stay as ready as possible. Whether that was working out outside. One of my best friends back home has a gym, so I was working out there. Trying to lift on my own, do a lot of body weight stuff. And just waiting for the call, playing by ear, and that's kind of been the thing we've been talking about, just staying ready, like I said. So.
You think back to your first year, being a true freshman. I mean, how exciting was it for you to get as much time as you got? Because sometimes, when you're a freshman, a lot of guys redshirt. Sometimes you don't get to play too much, but you got to see some significant time. How much do you think that helped your development your first year?
I think it helped me a lot. I was kind of got thrown into it some games, and felt like I always wanted to be ready. And there were times where I had little freshman slip-ups, whether that would be turnovers or not knowing to play. But at the same time, I think it helped me a lot just being there. And I had a lot of great guys in front of me, whether that was Roe or Jalen, Dalvin. They helped me along the way, mentored me, and I think that was great for my development going into this year, taking on a bigger role.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, just touching on that, I mean, how nice was it to play with those guys who had been there, done that, and especially like, Roe had been here for 3 years. The times he'd played right away as a freshman, Dalvin, who's on now playing overseas. Jalen's trying to do the same thing. I mean, how much did you learn from those veterans of, who'd been there and been around?
I learned a lot from them, whether that was taking care of myself off the court or, just being in the classroom, taking care of myself on the court, getting the extra hours. Just, those are guys I wanted to be around all the time. And, they're great talent, but I felt like they were even better off the court than they were on it. So just surrounding myself with people like them, I think is going to ultimately put me in the best position to keep moving forward with basketball and life as itself. So.
Was there one game for you that really stood out that, hey, I feel like I've arrived, at college? Because we saw you have some moments where you were breaking ankles out there and doing some moves. I mean, was there one game for you thought, okay, I feel like I'm ready at this level at this point?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of little glimpses throughout the year, but I think the game that really opened my eyes and was like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for this is definitely St. Martin's. Darius went down with an ankle injury, and I went in early in the game, and I think I ended up playing 25 minutes, had 10 points, a lot of assists, that type of stuff, so I think I really sparked us that game. And from then on, I saw my playing time increase, and just confidence was something that just started evolving through the year, and I think that was the game that really did it for me.
One thing I think back too, because we had a lot of big moments throughout the year. How would you overall assess the first year? We had 19 wins. We were right there. We were pushing for a regional bid. I always think of that Dixie State game where they came in 6th in the nation. I could hear you guys just howling in the gym that whole week. You guys were ready for that, chomping at the bit. Had that big win. We had a lot of big games throughout the year. Seattle Pacific, both those games went down to the wire. What will you remember most from that year that we were right there?
I think I'll remember the most is I think I'll remember the losses the most, because we were right there on all of them. And I think ultimately it came down to just paying attention to the details. And, if we clean up some of those little mistakes that we had down the stretch, I think that those, 19 wins turned into 24, 25. And I think that, we take care of those this year, and we're looking at a lot better year than we had last year, which is saying a lot because we had a great year. So.
All right, Tony. Well, we really appreciate you swinging by. Good catching up with you. And we look forward to hopefully having a season here soon.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.